So John Dykle comes to me and he's like, "Hey Emily, how would you like to do some comedy for the whole team?" And I'm like, "What? Do I really have to do comedy? John, you know I'd much rather be sitting here staring at my computer trying to figure out why Applied isn't working, or replying all to an email, or maybe arguing with a loan officer why he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about and I do. But okay, I suppose I can do it. But I'll do it for the team. I just hope to God they're half in the bag already during this happy hour and they think that anything that I say is funny." So you guys know I'm not just an insurance agent. I'm also a multilingual stripper for the blind, which basically means I can get into trouble in 10 languages and out of trouble in 5. And the only way I'm taking my clothes off is if you don't even have any eyeballs. I was married for 13 years until my husband left me for the neighbor. But of course, we're insurance agents, so we're used to it when people leave us for someone cheaper. It wasn't until he tried to come back because he realized the quality of the services I was providing, but I had to tell him no. I'm like, "Look, buddy, underwriting guidelines have changed and you no longer qualify for coverage." In that whole mess, I ended up with 3 kids, which I'm very grateful for. My son, Vinny, he's the youngest. He came to me one day and he's like, "Mom," he's like, "when can I have a little brother?" I was like, "Dude, that's never going to happen." I said, "USS Babymaker has been decommissioned. We're calling it the flight deck now. So instead of 9-month deployments, it's just touch and goes from now on." Now, I don't know about you guys, but the worst part of having children is laundry. I hate laundry. I hate laundry so much. I treat it like I'm married to it. I stay on my side of the bed, it stays on its side of the bed, and I just lay there hoping it doesn't know that I'm awake. And in the morning, it looks up at me and says, "What happened to us? You never touch me anymore." Language is very important. Like, it's important what language we use with our clients. We want it to always be very positive and reinforcing, and we want to make them leave with a good feeling. Well, I also find that language can also be very manipulative. Like in restaurants, they use lots and lots of adjectives if they want the food to be very, very expensive. Or if they want it to be just moderately expensive, they just put it in another language. Like my boyfriend and I went to the restaurant the other night. It's a pretty expensive place. And everything on the menu was in Italian. So he orders rigatoni bolognese, which sounds really fancy, right? He doesn't know speak Italian. He just thought it looked good, right? Rigatoni bolognese. They bring it to him, they sit it down, and he goes, "It's freaking beefaroni." Like, yeah, and it's $25 a plate. Enjoy. Another place where language is interesting is well, it's our managers. When they're talking to us and they're using all their corporate speak, I just sit there trying not to laugh out loud, picturing them talking to their families that way when they go home.
Guys, we're going to need to dynamically mesh cross unit wins, engage reliable markets, promote client based collaboration, and idea sharing.
It's okay, guys. Daddy just wants to know where you want to go for ice cream. And the markets are getting worse and worse all the time. It's so hard for us, the middlemen, right? But tell your clients not to worry. There's a new game in town, a new carrier. They're called KY Property and Casualty. KY Property and Casualty, we still stick it to you. It just doesn't hurt as bad as the other guys. 7 years ago, I got cancer. And I know what you guys are thinking, but you're wrong. Breast cancer took one look at me and said, "Hell no, I ain't got that kind of time." But I have a really hot oncologist, which makes it all better. When I first started going to see him, I'd ask for a breast exam and a cervical exam, and he'd always comply with no problem at all, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. Until the one day when he looked at my file and he's like, "Wait a minute, you've got leukemia." So I have chronic myeloid leukemia, CML. I've had it for 7 years. I take a chemo pill every single day. Actually, it's the same kind of cancer that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has. You guys know who he is. Now we have a lot more in common. We have the same kind of cancer. We scored a lot more when we were younger, and we're both the perfect weight for somebody who is 7'2". The day I found out I had cancer, I started killing cancer with comedy. And that's why I'm doing this for you guys today. I'm in the bathroom. Yeah. See? Comedy and tragedy are two sides of the same coin. You cannot get through one without the other. And all cancer is just something negative pushing out something positive. There's cancer of the body, and then there's cancer of the mind and spirit. We've all got something in there telling us we're not good enough, telling us we're not smart enough, or horrible things that have happened in the past, just stuff that's taken up space in our minds. We can get rid of it if we make jokes about it. It doesn't take the bad things away, it just takes away the pain around them. And that's what controls your mind. No matter how bad it gets, just don't ever be afraid to laugh.